Now it might appear as if I'm holding a sock in my hand, but I'm actually holding a VR cover. Now for those of you that don't know, the VR cover is a little bit of cloth that you stick on the front of your Oculus Rift DK2 to stop it from being naked and keep it warm in the winter. Now what this cloth does is it just makes the DK2 slightly more comfortable to use. And in this video I'm just going to go over the key features of the VR cover so you can decide if it's the kind of thing that you would like to use yourself. Now there's no Velcro or glue or sticky tape or anything to stick it onto the DK2. It just slides onto your over the top of the foam that's on the DK2 like a sock on a foot. I'm making a bit of a dog's dinner of this. I'm not going to get the job as the product model. There you go. It just slides onto the DK2. And there you go. It's now on there. Now, I haven't been bungee jumping with the DK2 and the VR cover. So I'm not sure if it will stay on there if you did do that. But I've been using this for 2.5 weeks now. And it stays in place. It's not been a concern whilst I've been VR gaming. Even when soaring away at the steering wheel with a driving simulator. So there's 3 main points with the VR cover that I think are its main selling points. I'm not sure if these are the points they list on their website, but these are my VR cover selling points. Now, the first one, if you've got a big nose such as myself, you'll have this problem probably where the Oculus Rift DK2 foam here attracts hairs through static electricity. Those hairs then rub on your nostril and drive you absolutely mental whilst you're trying to experience the wonders of virtual reality. Now the VR cover, with it being made out of some kind of cottony shirt fabric, covers that up nicely and stops those hairs from tickling your nose, so fixes that issue immediately. So no more nasal itching whilst in VR, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, point number 2, the VR cover is nice and cool to the touch. So when you put it on your face, it's actually far more cooling. And if you're doing more active VR games such as sim racing, it just makes it feel less sweaty and stuffy when you're in the heat of the moment. And if you do happen to sweat with it, because you get 3 of them, you can just take it off and replace it, and it's no bother to then be back in the land of being hygienic. Now, again, if you're the type of person that's demoing your DK2 around, you'll probably want something like this to make it so that you can swap it out, wash it, and not have everyone's sweat put on your face when you come to go and to use your DK2 yourself. And finally, the last amazing point of VR cover is that it seems to, for me at least, hide the Chinese factory plastic death smell that I get with my Oculus Rift DK2. Now, I haven't washed my VR covers yet, but out the box they do smell like fresh new t-shirt, and that alone seems to have been enough to cover up that plastic I'm being gassed by my DK2 smell that you tend to get when you're doing longer game sessions and the DK2 warms up. And I think it's the glue on the DK2 that's releasing that smell. But as I say, the VR cover stops that smell and just makes it a more pleasant experience. You don't get the nausea from when you do smell that smell because it's no longer there with the VR cover. But that's basically it, really. It's literally just a sock for the Oculus Rift. I would now, even though VR covers did send me mine, so I've been bribed and paid off by them, so you could ignore everything I say in this video. If someone came into my flat and stole my VR covers, I would go to their website and buy one. So I would highly recommend getting one if you don't already have one. I think they've got some new stuff on their site as well, so it'd be worth checking out. As I say, when you do buy them, you get 3 of them. You get a little Velcro clip that you can use to improve your cable management on top of your DK2, which is a nice little touch. And you also get a little fabric baggie to keep them in. Nothing too amazing or too exciting, but as I say, for $20, it does the job of making the DK2 just a little bit more comfortable. So that's it for the VR cover. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions about the VR cover, just drop them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.